from camera number 2 of the Temple of Technology. I am your host, the Idiot with a Microphone, and I'm here with another unboxing stream. I technically have unboxed something already. You may see that my green screen cloth has arrived, and it almost fits that window. Almost. It's so close. It is possibly an inch too narrow to fully close the space in, but it closes in pretty well. And I have set up the screen behind me for contrast so you can see exactly how this is going. But really all I need to do is have the majority of the light blocked out of that window to accomplish what I need to accomplish. And I'll show you exactly what that is if you follow me over to the backdrop for camera number 1. Now, normally I would just turn camera number 1 on here, and you wouldn't see this. You would see this. Hello, me. But again, you can see camera 2 in the background. So I want to focus on camera 2 today because of this color separation in the capture. Now, the way you do this in Streamlabs OBS is you set filters up. And so I am currently modifying the filters for camera 2. I have popped the thing up. You can't see it because it looks like this. And it's over there. You can see a little bit of it there, but not a lot. And there are 8 basic controls you can do in Streamlabs OBS to set up a green screen. The first of which is that you pick the key color type, right? I have currently picked the default green. And this is what happens when you start taking away similarity, or rather when you increase similarity. What similarity does, and I'm not even going to say in expert terms or layman terms, because I am, what now? Say it all together. I am an idiot with a microphone. And it looks like this. That's what I am. I do not know what I'm doing. But I follow instructions very well. And they work a little something like this. No, what are you doing? Turn that off. We are here in the Temple of Technology, but I didn't want to turn that on. I wanted to turn off the Idiot with a Microphone. We'll put the Temple of Technology back up because that's what we're doing. That's the name of this particular type of stream. In fact, we should put it there because why not? All right. When you increase similarity, you're telling your camera and, pardon me, camera and the software to remove instances of that color. You note that the second S here on my shirt is green. So we're going to have a little bit of fun as we increase similarity. So I'm just going to increase it by 25% every time I pop this loot. That's at 95%. You can see it's starting to... Oh, is it not doing this? Oh! Am I going to have to go over there? It's not increasing this the right way. But if I pop over here... Nope, that was right. I was doing it right. It's just very subtle as you go through. I am on the right camera, right? Yeah. There we go. And at about 40%, you start to see the difference. You start to see my green screen background, both my normal green screen here and the green screen over there. And that's 43%, right? Once you get to a certain threshold, it just starts to fall down. But it kind of looks like there's a snowfall back there over in Jurassic Park. That seems like the sweet spot, right? But we've got this area here that is just not going for it because it's not as well lit down here. The lighting is different here than it is here. Back here, lighting's perfect, and there's overhead light coming down. And this is done. But my light is about 2 feet away there, and it's aimed up, not down. So we're going to get great coverage on the green screen behind me, not as much coverage on the new green sheet. And that will become more apparent as we go. You'll note that my chair is starting to get ragged, as is my head. But we're seeing more and more and more and more and more, to the point where you're losing my head. And we don't want to lose my head. We want my head to stay sharp and in focus. So that's probably as good as I'm going to get right now with this green screen. For having both of them hooked up. Now, it's good because with that in place, I can do a little more. And in fact, I can drop an image here, a little image here to help. But usually my head is in that space. And so when my head's in that space, it blocks a little bit of it. But I've got a column here and a column here. And I can even set up a neat image that would span across these. I'm currently capturing my display and not other stuff. But there's more things I can do with this, right? To make sure that I'll get that out of there. Nobody wants to look at that file. It's a file I was working on earlier today. I'm going to move those two files. So now there's a more dramatic image here, a more blue image going all the way. And if I wanted to, we could heighten the disparity by showing you what's going on there. Stop that. Everything I'm doing is wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm an idiot with a microphone. Yeah. Increasing the spread of camera 2. You see, I've got it angled to cover a little bit more of my desk. You can see the edge right there, and you can see the differing illumination on that edge. It's very high illumination at the top, very low illumination at the bottom. And it kind of looks like there's happy little trees back there. I'm okay with that. Same thing goes this direction, right? On this side over here, not as much light is falling on the green screen because my chair is in the way, but also the monitor is in the way. Another great image switch for contrast. You can see up here that there's that little ribbon of light coming down on the edge. I can easily adjust further this direction to kill that light, but it's not necessary because in general, here on camera 2, we are concerned more with not being camera 1. And that's so you can see a little more how the difference is, right? The display capture is solid and constant. It's camera 2 that falls down. And we're gonna move camera 2 over a little bit, simply because I have a little wider coverage on it, and we are more concerned with my chair than anything else. One of the great benefits of camera 2 is if I have a beverage here, you can see the beverage, and that's really the prime reason camera 2 exists. Also because I had a second camera. Now, I want to make very clear that this is not a problem with Streamlabs OBS or any OBS software or even the green screen because, and I'm going to switch back to camera 1 here, this is a much better camera. This is the Logitech 920 2X. It's got a whole bunch of good features. It's amazing. There's special Logitech software that'll capture all this for us. But you see the difference here, right? The difference in contrast, because the filters for camera 1 are, we're going to save those filters here for camera 2 just because, before I forget them. The filters for camera 1, I've got similarity at 500, and everything else is turned down. Opacity is all the way to 100%. The filters for camera 2 are nearly the same. I have a slightly higher contrast. We'll turn that down. But it's 454 similarity out of 1,000 rather than 500. It needs to be less precise because the camera isn't as good. And you'll see that directly as I pick up camera 2. And I'll show you how good that green screen really is, right? There's full image all the way down, all the way up, all the way around. It's like that window is just looking out on the universe. And that's how good camera 1 is. Now, hilariously, I have ordered another webcam. I kickstarted a webcam, in fact, a little bit ago, which is a 4K webcam, right? It is sharp. It is solid. And I got to get that scored away the way it is. It's really going to liven up the broadcast because directly in front of me, it's a little easier to look at. It'll also have a microphone, really nice condensing microphone, much like my Happy microphone there. I know this makes noise. I'm trying to lessen the amount of noise it'll make when I set it down again and drag it forward into its proper speaking condition. But what is now camera 1 will go over here to be camera 2, and it's got a zoom on it. It's got better lighting conditions. Overall, it's just a better camera than this crappy camera that I got for free, I might add, because of the difficulties I had in obtaining it. So I'm going to switch back to camera 2. Again, it's not awful. It's simply a matter of lighting. And in fact, I think I could turn on the backlighting for these monitors, and we would have better coverage. Something I did early on in my Temple of Technology days is hook up backlights for all these monitors. And so, yeah. Did that work? Right, in the middle here, between the gap between, with more light, it got a lot better. So let's make sure that these are actually working over here, because if I turn the backlight on, I think a lot of my problems go away. They are not working right. There's a little... These are recycled backlights. They're not the best. I have better coverage in better places. So a little better backlighting, he says, trying to maneuver his backlight. If I got the lighting set up the way it should be set up, I think those problems would go away, and there'd be a much better view over here. In fact, let's try to mess with the opacity a little more on those filters to see if that lighting is gonna help a bit more. No, it's still problematic with my head. All right, so we'll leave it there. 457 now. So a little more light down here on these monitors, and things will be good. And of course, that gives me an excuse to buy new lighting. Doesn't suck. The main issue I have with lighting systems is the controllers involved. Because downstairs I've got really nice lighting systems, but they are the same for both around the television and around the room. And I think that's what I'm going to have to end up doing in here. I'll get a controller that will work. Hit the right remote control here. So this is the remote control that I've got for the lighting behind my monitors here. And I've got them currently set to green to make things a little better. This is the remote for... Sorry, this is the remote for the lights over there. They're very similar, but they are not the same. They do not do the same things. And so I'm going to go back and look at my purchases, make sure I can get the same one. So the same remote I can just go boom, boom with. And when I use the ALEXA device, for example, computer lights off. Things get a lot darker in here all of a sudden because I don't have the overhead light coming down after everything. And you see that it's problematic for both types of green screen because there's simply not enough light in the room. But when I use the ALEXA device, computer lights on, so it doesn't get confused. More light means more coverage, especially, still in there. I still got that bit going. So I'm going to mess around with that a little later today. Hopefully for tonight's stream, we'll have things better. I may even just need more lights, right? More coverage doesn't hurt, and if I spread these out a little bit more, maybe there'll be more light, and my next video that I shoot on camera 2 will be fine. But that's only one part of today's unboxing madness, because I ordered this yesterday, right, and it got here today. I ordered these headphones yesterday morning, and they got here by lunchtime, a little after lunch, the same day. So Amazon is crazy fast with its next day shipping. Even if you didn't really order next day shipping, it's just really good at delivering products. But this came from somebody on Facebook, and it's green, right? So all of a sudden we got problems. Let me go back to my talking headness. It's so green. We're talking about similarity and how things work. This package is a tiny mint green. Came to me from Stringer, Mississippi. I got a little thank you on there. Somebody I struck up a conversation with on Facebook. They had a marketplace listing for some movies that I wanted. Some of which in fact, all of which I think I already own on Blu-ray, on DVD rather, but these were Blu-rays. And she had them up there, and I said, hey, given the price, I want to make sure that, hey, thanks, Butterball. Yeah, it's totally green, right? And it's great that in front of the camera works as well as behind the camera. It just picks out the color green and the separations it's going to have with your face, and it knows things that are different and different. Yep, all the woes. But the price was good, and I made sure that I was actually going to get Blu-rays if I bought these from her. And she says, oh yeah, they're Blu-rays. And it's like, well, then you got a sale. You know, it was that simple. I'm going to use my second favorite tool in the universe to open this package, so there's a minimum of rustling and fuss. And what's going to end up... Oh my goodness, this is so well packaged. There's a giant... Each one of these discs is individually wrapped in tissue. Each one is individually wrapped in tissue. I bet when I open these discs, there's going to be protection for the discs inside. And I think she sent me a card. She sent me a card, right? This is wonderful. I've got a little thank you card from a Facebook seller. I've never got that before. That is something amazing to me. And I bet she wrote on the inside, Facebook page. Here's my Facebook page. Hello, friend. Thank you so much for shopping with me. I hope you enjoy the movies. Please follow my page and shop with me again. I absolutely will shop with this person again. I'm going to figure out what they're selling, and I'm probably going to buy it because the customer service is just fantastic. And I don't even know what's in here. This is a little envelope. I'm going to have to use my second favorite tool to open this thing up because there's a tiny bit of tape on there. You don't even know what the movies are yet, and you're excited. Oh my goodness! She sent me a face mask. It might have anthrax in it. I'm gonna pass. Thank you so much for sending me a mask. But she sent me a mask along with a thank you card. A nice patterned mask. Okay. And instead of sending me an email, this was sent first class packaging, right? So she spent a little extra over what I thought I was paying for with shipping. All right. This is a steelbook. Not just a Blu-ray, but a steelbook Blu-ray. And I don't know what movie it is. It's going to be fun to find out. Oh, my. All right. It is a steelbook of the original Batman movie. And that's what drew me to this auction so much, is because it was Blu-ray versions of the DVDs that I have. And here's the special features, the box from the outside, cut up inside. I do this too. But this is awesome. So it's a Blu-ray of the original Batman movie. I don't think the rest of these are Blu-rays, but we'll open them up and we'll find out. No, that is... Yeah, I'm trying to be nice with this tissue paper, but I'm not going to use it again. Batman and Robin. Blu-ray Batman and Robin. Doesn't come with digital code. I don't need it. And this should be the original 4 Batman movies, plus a few extras. In fact, it's a steelbook. No, it's not a steelbook. It's just a regular Blu-ray, just in the box. Dark Knight Rises, excellent. I have this. I don't need it. I have, in fact, multiple copies of this all the way through there. But there's Blu-ray and a DVD in there. Might come in handy. Dark Knight Rises, Batman v Superman, Ultimate Edition, Dawn of Justice. I don't need another copy of this movie. This one is sealed. It's going right up on the internet. I'm going to make all my money back. Ultimate Edition, 2 hours of extras. Not the best movie. Not the best movie, but my friend Martha and I have a lot to say about it. Feels like another steelbook. Sounds like another steelbook. I hope it's Batman Returns, because then that would be a clean break. It is. It is a steelbook of Batman Returns, sealed, mint in packaging, and that is going right up on the shelf. This is one of the best superhero movies I think has ever been made. Not because it's high drama, not because of the content, it's just for the time, right? When this movie first came out, I went to see it in the theaters, and this is 1992, 1992, 1991. I had seen the original Batman before I went down to college, and in college, it was playing at the Dollar Theater a block or two away from my apartment, and I would go when I got off work or got off school. I would go to that Dollar Theater and I would go watch Batman, and I would eat popcorn, and I would play video games, and I would do all the stuff that a teenager on his own in college would do. And I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. When I came back from college to help my mother out with some stuff, Batman Returns came out. Batman, in fact, returned just the way that I returned. And I went to see this movie, and it blew me away. It absolutely blew me away. The music, the composition, what they'd done. It was so much better a movie than Batman that I almost forgot Batman existed, because this movie told me everything I needed to know about Batman. Even though it starts off a little wanky, a little kooky, it comes around the end, and then when that Susie and the Banshees song plays me out at the end, there's chills up and down my body, both then and now, and I could not get out of my chair. And they came to clean the theater around me and said, look, I don't want to get up. I can't get up. This movie is so good. I want to watch it again, so sell me another ticket. And they sold me another ticket. And I sat there again, and I watched it again. I watched it back to back in the theater on the day it came out. It was so good. And I have purchased this movie numerous times, and I've watched it so many good times, and now it's on Blu-ray Steelbook. I'm excited to have this Blu-ray Steelbook. In fact, these Steelbooks kind of screw up the way my shelving works downstairs, because I tend to condense movies into smaller packages. In fact, yeah, so Batman Forever, not as good, but still good. Look, there's the green of the Riddler symbol floating in the air, and a little bit of shine. So these four movies in Blu-ray help me collect my set. And I've got these are going right up on the internet. I don't need them. And my DVDs will probably go up on the internet, but you don't know. Maybe I'll keep them. It's hard to say. But that's it was a decent shopping weekend, right? I didn't spend a lot of money. I mean, even I bought this extension cord. I bought these headsets yesterday. I bought this green screen yesterday. It showed up today. You know, I didn't spend a lot of money on these things, and it increases the Temple of Technologies footprint. In fact, we'll head back to camera 2 here. You know, it's okay. I can get more coverage, right? I can turn. In fact, if I could turn this. I've currently got it hooked up on a curtain rod, right? It's a curtain rod, a tension rod that I've stuck into the window, and it falls down beautifully. It's got a rod enclosure at the top. It's 4 across the top, 5 down. I can turn that so it's 5 across the top, 4 down. It'll hang to the level of these monitors right here and give me coverage beyond this green screen. So there'll be a seamless green screen with better lighting. And I'm probably going to do that later today just to see how it works. I'll figure out how to affix it up there. Maybe there'll be some tape before I come up with a more permanent solution. I've got a fairly good idea of what I can do and where I can do it. I'll also, I'll be able to cover up the entire windowsill so that no extra light's going to get in there, and I have plenty of coverage all around. So the Temple of Technology has come along great. I wrote another good piece of something today. I'll be able to talk more about in a day or two. I will have an announcement tonight before I start my Retro Game Night stream. And that, how much, yeah. There's just not enough light here. In fact, I bet if I turn on this computer over here, I have a computer over here, I have a MacBook. No, I have an iMac over here. And I think if I turn on that computer, maybe if I, let me try something here. It's crazy. It's a minute in one shot, but it just might work. It worked a little better. I have a ring light that I bought that I never use, and maybe it'll work over there. It provides illumination in rechargeable, responsible fashion. Yeah, that works. Let me put it on this cable here. It's a little bloomy, but it covers that whole bottom. So that works. That works well. I'll fix it. I'll get everything squared away and fix it. It'll be great. It won't be awful. It'll be good. It'll be fun. And that's my unboxing today. Thank you for listening. New friend Butterball04 showed up, and then there's 2 more people in chat that I don't know. Another TV viewer and Bible Thumbs. I'm informed that these may in fact be bots. They're just scrolling around looking at stuff. But if you're not, I welcome you to the Temple of Technology. It is a fun place where I, the idiot with a microphone, do fun things. If you like this video, please, like the stream rather, let me, give me a chat, comment in the chat, follow me if you will. If you like buying science fiction books, it's over there. Stop by my digital storefront, arsentertainment.com, where you can buy my novels and novels of other independent authors, so you can hear the stories that we have to tell. Thank you very much for your time and patience, and I will chat with you later. I am the idiot with the microphone, and I am signing off. No, I'm over here. I got to sign off to camera 2. I'm signing off. Have a great rest of your day.